Postpartum depression. 1 in every 7 women go through this, and they don't really want to talk about it because of the stigma that is involved in it. This video consists of the experience I had when I gave birth and how I suffered postpartum depression and how I conquered. This video is like a guide to direct you on the do's and don'ts after giving birth, especially for first-time mommies, so that they don't experience this postpartum depression, because it's not a good journey. Postpartum depression simply means mental disorder that women go through after giving birth. This disorder affects the way they feel, the way they act, the way they think, even the way they perceive the world around them. Some weeks after I gave birth to my first child, I started having this feeling of living in fear. Every little thing scares me, and that led to having a sleepless night. I couldn't sleep. I was always awake, trying to monitor my baby, trying to watch over my baby, and I always believe that a small wink can deviate my attention from where my baby is, and something bad might happen to my baby. So this made me not to have enough rest. And as a new mom, I need enough rest, which I deprived myself. I started forgetting things, having I was unable to remember things or to think right. Like, for instance, if I enter into a room or in a kitchen trying to get one thing or the other, I will be lost in thought. I will be there thinking of what took me to the kitchen, what do I need to bring. I will just be there for a while trying to refresh my memory to remember, but I couldn't remember. I tried complaining to people around me, but because they were ignorant, they couldn't figure out what was really wrong with me. But within me, I knew that something was wrong. Another symptoms that I noticed some weeks after I gave birth was being so emotional. Every little thing triggers me. Like, I cry so easily, even the ones that I'm supposed to cry about, I'll be shedding tears unnecessarily. Within me, I knew something was wrong, but because I was ignorant of this postpartum depression, I never knew that that was what I was going through. So when I went to see a therapist, she was able to put me through, and she was able to find out what was really wrong. So she told me that I was going through postpartum depression, and this happens to 1 in every 7 women after giving birth, especially those women that don't have help, or those women that are far away from their moms, or have lost their moms, that they don't have anybody that is very close to them when they gave birth. So she was able to put me through on the causes of postpartum depression and how I will try my best to avoid it, because she said in her words that if it's not properly managed, that it can lead to madness. So she was like, I should try as much as possible to follow up with her treatment, her advices, and try to put them into practice. One of the things she mentioned is stress, like not having enough rest after giving birth. She said that alone can lead to postpartum depression. These are the ones I experienced, and if you have something, if you experience something contrary to this, please drop it in the comment section so that other mothers and other new moms, they can learn from our experience living in fear, what actually caused that fear. I was so scared based on what the people that visited weeks after I gave birth, what they said about the baby, about my body. All this made me to start living in fear. They were like I should try as much as possible to cover the baby very well, that any little exposure can lead to cold, which may take the life of the baby. Imagine saying that to a young new mom. So I was so scared. I was trying to put in my best to cover the baby, and I felt like a wink or even closing my eyes for a second can deviate my attention to where the baby was, and this may lead to what they propose that will happen to the baby. So I was so vigilant watching over the baby, and it was affecting my mental health. The next is body shaming. Some of them were like, your stomach is too big, and you are no longer looking the way you used to look, and blah this, blah blah blah. And this made me to be scared, because I was losing myself. If I look at the mirror, I will see a total different person, and I was like, is this how my tummy is going to look? Because it was so bulky. But look at me today. Who will believe that I've put to bed? So all this led me to fear, which led to postpartum depression. One said that I need to monitor the baby very well, that the baby may sleep and get choked and pass out. So I need to monitor the baby 24/7, and I need to be observant. Once I should go and touch the baby and feel the baby to know whether the baby is still breathing. Some of them even came with bad stories that this thing that is happening to your baby, it happened to one woman's baby and the baby passed out. I became so vigilant, so observant, trying to protect this baby and trying to put everything they said into practice for anything bad not to happen to my baby, at the expense of my health, at the expense of my mental health. Let's look at the remedy, the solution to this postpartum depression, how to prevent it for you not to be a victim, because it's not a good experience at all. So listing the remedies based on the doctor's advice, which I implemented, and it's helped me to bounce back at my feet. The first is to reduce stress. If you know anything that will make you to go through stress after giving birth, please try as much as you can to reduce it or avoid it entirely. Have enough rest. Yes, I know there may be house chores that you want to do. Take a step at a time. Don't want to do everything. Don't form a super D. Please rest, because going through a 9-month journey, your body needs time to heal. So please give your body that time to heal, and be positive. Don't be negative about yourself, your health, or your baby. Exercise if you can, and if you're strong enough to exercise. The second remedy also boils down to reducing stress. Please seek help when you can't do it. Seek help when you have so many things, so many work to do at the same time. Don't do all by yourself. Please seek help. and open up. There are some groups, maybe in your church or in your religious group, that you can join, so that when the time comes you can seek for help. They can come and render help to you and will relieve you of so many things. She gave me this advice and I feel like sharing it with you. She said that before putting to bed, since I've known that I don't really have people that can come to me, that is now left for me to arrange people that will come to help me do one or two things, including taking care of the baby when I put to bed. To avoid the disappointment, arrange 2 or 3 people, so that when the time comes, when you put to bed, if 3 of them can come at the same time, fine. And if you can afford the 3 of them, go on with it and rest. Let them do the work and you rest to get back your body. And if you can't, you can choose 2 from them and discharge the other one. The last is close your ears to people's opinion. Yes, people's opinion, they may be negative and it may affect you or lead you to start living in fear. Please close your ears to people's opinion. If you find anything difficult or you find anything confusing, consult your doctor, your midwife, or the hospital that you put to bed, and don't listen to anybody's advice, because it will end up putting you in fear and you will end up. Also, before you put to bed, make sure you have the contact of the hospitals or your doctors and nurses. Have their contact, so that in a time like this you have to consult them, tell them what you're passing through, tell them things you find confusing, and they will be of help. As a mom or a pregnant mom, if you watched this video and after watching this video you still allow yourself to go through postnatal depression, you have yourself to be blamed. Let's take note of this and let's put them into practice to avoid postnatal depression, because you can't take care of your baby if you are not well, if you are not mentally stable. You cannot manage a home if you are not mentally stable. So you need yourself to be stable, to be sane, before you be able to take care of your newborn, to take care of your partner and yourself too. Thank you so much for watching, and if you are coming across this channel for the first time, this channel is all about motherhood, health related topics and entrepreneurship. If that's your area of interest, do well to subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up if you find this video helpful and interesting, and share it to your sisters and to your neighbors and to anyone you think that this video will be helpful to. See you in my next content. Bye.